Yes, sir, we can start.
Okay. Please allow me to share my screen. Please give me a moment. I am going to share my screen. If I'm not wrong, yesterday we did discussion in bibliometric analysis using software R on Biblioshiny with Biblioshiny up till overview, right? Overview we had yesterday where we learned that how to understand or what different types of files are there which has the compatibility with the R software. So if I'm not wrong, we have been going through with the supported files, right? Then after, in case if you are very much curious to read the papers of the ARIA, right, and Kukurullo, then they have given here the links also from where you can download the papers and you can read it in detail. As far as data is concerned, I have already provided you a data set. When I joined the station, Anidita has asked me a question that in your case, I have provided you ready-made data sheet. But in case if you don't have data sheet with you, then you have a choice. You can download the data set from the Web of Science. How to download it from Web of Science, we will understand today, because one of my colleagues who is at my faculty only, Ravi Kumar. Ravi, are you joined? Ravi and Nogan, did you join?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Ravi,
I'm
are you
audible.
in a campus right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm in campus, sir.
Okay, fine. So we will show one demo to all the participants that how to download the dataset file from the Web of Science, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Shall I,
Thank
sir?
you. So
Sir.
at later
Yes, sir.
stage,
Go
Sir,
at
ahead.
can
later
you even
stage,
show on
take
the Scopus how it is to be done? Scopus also. Well, we have a Scopus, not a
uh,
Web of Science.
surely. I'll try to
Oh,
show you today of Web of Science. In case if
okay.
any one of you have institutional access of the Scopus, I'll be happy in case if you share it, and I'll be able to show you for that also.
Okay.
So then after, in case if any one of you are interested to read the research papers, here are the list of the research papers that is prepared using the bibliometric analysis. Over here, you can see the 20 years of research on performance management in business and public administration. So earlier we had a myth that research paper using bibliometric analysis can be written only and only in the medicine domain, but actually it's wrong, right? You can use this bibliometric analysis in the social science, business, management, communication, humanities, very much. So yesterday we understood how to filter the data in case if you wish to filter it out. Many of you had a doubt that in filters you have only this Bradford zone, but my dear, you will have to wait. As in when you click on the filter tab, you have to wait for a while, at least for 30 seconds. When you will wait for 30 seconds, automatically the other these options will come to your screen and you will be able to filter it out. In filter, you have the options like language, publication year, documents type, average citation per year, and so on, right? So that is the filters tab. As far as overview is concerned, we understood the main information, annual scientific production, average citation per year, and three-field plot. At last, I took three-field plot yesterday, if I'm not wrong, right? And we are to start our today's lecture from the sources. In the three-field plot also, I show you that in the left field, in the middle field, as well as in the right field, as per your choice and as per your wish that you wish to report, you can set the three-field plot, right? Over here, you can set the options. In middle field, you can select authors. In left field, you can select countries or whatever that you wish to, and in right field you can select keywords, and then after you can play the button. So automatically the three-field plot will come to your screen. And in case if you wish to, yesterday we had an error that as and when I was adding anything to the report, I could not able to do so. But see over here also, while adding something to the report, you have to wait for 30 seconds. And meanwhile, you are not supposed to look anywhere in the screen. आप कहीं पे भी स्क्रीन पे क्लिक मत करना. Automatically after 30 to 60 seconds the message will come to your screen. Message आपकी स्क्रीन पे आ जाएगा that 3-filled plot is added to the report, and it is added, right? At last you can download all the reports. Relatively when the graph or the figure is bulky, देखो ये थोड़ा bulky figure है तो it took more time, but automatically message मेरी screen पे आ गया that 3-filled plot is added to the report. So whenever you are working on R, ठीक है, you have to be little bit patient. थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा, बट उसमें हड़बड़ी में आप ऊपर नीचे कर दोगे और बीच में स्क्रीन में क्लिक कर दोगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली यस्टरडे द वे हाउ इट वाज हैपेंड विद अस दैट द स्क्रीन गॉट फ्रीज, ऐसा हो जाएगा, राइट? नाउ वी आर स्टार्टिंग आवर टुडेज लेक्चर फ्रॉम द मोस्ट रिलेवेंट सोर्सेज. यस्टरडे वी टुक ओवरव्यू, आज का लेक्चर वी विल बी स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द सोर्सेज. From the sources, what we can do, different types of analysis in the bibliometric analysis. So here is the most relevant sources. What it shows me? It shows me the journal which is publishing the more papers in this field. मेरा topic क्या था? I typed the keyword spirituality and religiosity in the management literature. Right? इस topic के ऊपर I am doing a bibliometric analysis. तो प्लॉट वाइज कि कौन सा जर्नल है वो सबसे ज्यादा इस प्रकार के पेपर है वो पब्लिश करता है. सो जर्नल ऑफ रिलीजियन एंड हेल्थ इज हैविंग मैक्सिमम पब्लिकेशन with 10 number of publications, and then after psychology of religion and spirituality 5, and so on. Then after rest of all the journals have 2 papers per journal. You have a choice, either you want to report this item as figure wise, then also you can do it, and in case if you wish to make it table wise, then also you can do it, right? In case exclusively if you wish to export this table in form of Excel, then this option is also available. ठीक है, once you will click on Excel, automatically it will be downloaded, right? So these are the sources and these are the number of publication that this particular journal has made, right, over a period of time, my period of data. Now once I'll click on plus button, it will automatically add it to the report. Most relevant sources are added to the report. Now most local cited sources. So again, click on the play button, and Journal of Business Ethics, one of the most prominent journal, take my words, the journal gets published by Springer. Journal of Business Ethics, right? The Springer publishes this journal. Whosoever who is writing in this particular domain, for example, if I talk about my own area of research where I am very much inclined to write something, is Bhagavad Gita, is Mahabharata, right? Or the management lessons from the Bhagavad Gita, management lessons from the Mahabharata. So this is the, जिसे कहते हैं ना कि it's a dream journal. Any author who is writing in this particular domain would like to, is aspiring to write for this journal. That is the Journal of Business Ethics, having the maximum citation, that is 179. It is published by this Springer, right? So again over here you have a choice. In case if you wish to report it in form of this way, then you can go for this figure. Otherwise you have other option of the table also, right? The Journal of Business Ethics is having the maximum citation 179, followed by Journal of Science Study of Religion, Journal of Personal Psychology, International Journal of Consumer Studies, Journal of Business Research, Journal of Religion Health, Journal of Managing Spiritual, right? Journal of Applied Psychology, right? These all are the different journals which is publishing the papers related to this particular domain. And over here, you can see that this journal has received उनके कितने articles, right? कितने articles in particular journal को उनको citation मिले, right? So the Journal of Business Ethics articles have received 179 citation. In case if I wish to report it, I can add it to the report. Automatically it will be added to the report, right? Most local cited sources. Then after Bradford Law. Now what is this law is all about? Actually, Bradford has propounded this law in the year 1934. This law ultimately it states the three different categories of the articles, that is the core sources. ठीक है कि आप जो भी प्रकार का रिसर्च में, फॉर एग्जांपल व्हाट एवर द टाइप ऑफ कोर थीम, ये जो पहला ये जो कर्व दिखा रहा है ना, it shows the core sources. Core sources में you can see over a period of time the publication in this particular domain has declined. Right? So core sources, core papers. तो core sources कौन से है? Journal of Religion and Health, Psychology of Religion, right? International Journal. तो ये these are the core sources where they publish the research paper in this particular domain. And then after कोर सोर्सेज में सबसे ज्यादा पब्लिकेशन होना चाहिए एज इट इज देयर. So ultimately my research is supported by the Bradford law, and as per the Bradford law I can conclude that over a period of time the publication in the core sources are declined. Core sources में जो publication है वो decline हुआ है, right? So in 1934 the Bradford has propounded this particular law, right? And ultimately his purpose कि Bradford law की जब हम बात करें तो ultimately what it suggests that if journals are arranged in order of decreasing the productivity, right, they can be divided into three zones. तो पहला zone है वो क्या दिखाता है? It shows the core zone, and then after the number of journal is roughly, if I talk about, in each zone is proportional to n square, and then n. 1, then n square, right? So that is the more productive zone is the core sources zone, where over a period of time you can see the productivity is declining. Next one is the sources local impact. Bradford law, more often it is used in the medical science domain, ठीक है, जहाँ पे bariatric surgery, then after laparoscopic कोई भी मतलब bibliometric analysis जिसके ऊपर हुआ है या pediatric के ऊपर, you will be able to see the maximum papers are supported by the Bradford law. Now sources local impact. Now what is the local impact and what is the global impact? When I talk about the local impact, then within the database, say for example my database consists of 50 papers. So sources local impact means within the database, and when I say global impact, that is outside the database, right? So sources local impact, the cross citation, ठीक है, 50 यहाँ पे मेन इंफॉर्मेशन पे, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड कि कितने ऑथर्स ने कितना कंट्रीब्यूट किया है, ठीक है. यहाँ पे जब हमने ओवरव्यू लिया था तब मेन इंफॉर्मेशन में हमने डिस्कस किया था कि कितने ऑथर्स ने कितना कंट्रीब्यूट किया है. सो देयर आर 28 सोर्सेस एंड 157 ऑथर्स, राइट? सो इट मे पॉसिबल ईच ऑथर हैव given the cross citation to one another. So that is the local impact, right? So when I say local impact, so in local impact the Journal of Religion and Health has received the maximum, what we can say, the citation is 8. Now the H index of the Journal of Religion and Health is the maximum with 8, followed by Psychology of Religion and Spirituality, International Journal of Consumer Studies, IJCS. The journal gets published by the Wiley, one of the most prominent journals. Then after Human Relations, Dusra, in case if you are interested to write in this particular domain, it is the niche area, that is the IKS, one of the most of the area post NEP. So in case if you are interested to write in this particular domain, then these are the list of journals, right? कि जर्नल ऑफ रिलीजन एंड हेल्थ है, साइकोलॉजी ऑफ रिलीजन एंड स्पिरिचुअलिटी है, इंटरनेशनल जर्नल ऑफ कंज्यूमर स्टडीज है, ह्यूमन रिलेशंस है, और दूसरा एक जर्नल है JHV, द जर्नल ऑफ ह्यूमन वैल्यूज, राइट, व्हिच इज गेटिंग पब्लिश्ड बाय IIM कोलकाता, राइट? Professor S.K. Bhattacharya has started the center over there, the Center of Business Ethics. Very late, I think in 90s he started this particular center, and then after they have been kept on doing research in this particular domain, that is the IKS. अब हमने उसको नाम दिया IKS, that is the Indian Knowledge System. Earlier there was a name of Business Ethics, right? So International Journal This all are the sources. It is their H index, G index, M index, total citation that they have received, the number of papers that the journal has published, and in which particular year they have started publishing in this area. So for the first time, Journal of Religion and Health started publishing in 2001, right? One of the most prominent journal in this particular domain, right? So this is the sources local impact, right? Sources production over a period of time, how the journal has evolved, how the journal has maximized its production over a period of time, that you can analyze with the help of this, right? Once I'll click, see each of this particular line, right, represents each of this particular line given in the different color represent the specific journal. Say for example, this is Journal of Religion and Health, right? This one is Journal of Psychology and Theology. This one is the Journal of Psychology and Theology. Let me unclick everyone, okay, so I can show you right from the beginning. As you could see, yeah, right now the journal is blank. Now, if I'll click on any of the journal, okay, so Journal of Business Ethics, see from 2001 to 2011, they didn't publish in this domain at all, zero publication. Then in 2012, they published one paper, and which remains stagnant till 2020. Every year they used to publish only one paper. See, on the basis of their behavior of taking up the article in this domain, you may understand that what are the chances of publication in this domain with this journal, right? See, in every year they take only one article in this domain. Okay? Then after, from 2020, they took two articles, and in 2000, yeah, and it became stagnant with the two articles, right? As they must have seen that they are receiving more number of papers having this particular theme, so they have doubled their limit from 1 to 2. So in case if they publish only, they have already published. So being the author, what we can understand that they have already published their paper in this particular domain once a year, twice a year. Then again, if you will submit your paper with this journal, then the chances of publication is very, very less. More likely you are to receive the desktop rejection, right? Then 1 second.
Sir, can we take two questions which I can read in the chat box?
Please, please.
Sir, Ishita ji is saying that she is not able to get the option of most local cited sources, which we
She is
can
not
see
getting
on
the
your...
option.
यस सर सर मुझे 2 मिनट का समय लगेगा, तब तक हम लक्ष्मी प्रिया मैम का ले सकते हैं. मैं एक्चुअली फोन से ज्वाइन हूँ, मैं कुछ काम कर रही थी, तो मैं आई कैन शेयर माय स्क्रीन एंड शो.
Okay, no problem.
2 मिनट.
Yeah, it's okay, Shita ji. And Lakshmi Priya ji has asked that she has tried with the CSV file format directly downloaded from scopus.com. But when she's trying to import it to Biblioshiny, that it is showing some errors.
Okay, CSV file in which form? I mean, CSV it is fine, but many a time they, from Scopus, what kind of data they have downloaded, that we have to see.
Okay.
Because in Scopus also you can find two different types of data, one a summary, one in detail. So in case if she has downloaded a summary, that won't run by the R.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, Sujata ji is asking, how do we merge data to one file in a text format?
See, Sujata, for that, what you can do, right? You can go on data. In data, you can import the data of one file, right? In import, over here, you have the option also, export collection. Can you see here, export?
No, sir. I am
You can select the over
Sir,
here. You can see there are two options, Excel and once you just hear me first, okay? Then after you just tell your question. So probably you have two different database, one from Web of Science, another one from this Scopus. So over here you can select database Web of Science. First you take database of Web of Science and then after export it in the Excel format. Then after again over here you can select Scopus, you can import, and then after again you can export it in the Excel format. Then after you can go to merge collections. Over here there is the option of merge collections. Over here the n number of files you can merge by browsing the file. Clear?
no, sir. हम Scopus से मतलब पहले 50 या फिर 60 आर्टिकल्स डाउनलोड करेंगे, उसके बाद उसको यहाँ पे मर्ज करेंगे.
आपको इंडिविजुअल आर्टिकल नहीं डाउनलोड करने हैं, आपको डेटाबेस डाउनलोड करना है. इंडिविजुअल 50 या 60 आर्टिकल आप डाउनलोड करोगे तो इट वॉन्ट बी प्रोसेस्ड बाय आर.
ओके. स्कॉपस एक्सेस चाहिए सर, उसके बाद
Yes.
हम लोग डायरेक्ट
Exactly.
स्कॉपस से ही
वेब ऑफ
हम
साइंस भी कहा, वेब ऑफ साइंस से भी कहा ना मैंने. वेब ऑफ साइंस एंड स्कोपस, दिस आर द टू मोस्ट रिलायबल सोर्सेस.
हाँ वहां
I
से
have the access of Scopus and Web of Science also. So if sir want to see in the Scopus, I will be able to help out the batch.
हाँ ठीक है. तो स्कोपस का वी हैव वेब ऑफ साइंस का आर इंस्टीट्यूट हैज द एक्सेस. सो टुडे I'll be able to show you the Web of Science in Scopus ka as what is your good name?
DL Chawda here from Symbiosis. DL Chawda here, yeah.
From Symbiosis we have one faculty. Yes, Symbiosis we have one faculty. He will be able to show us with the Scopus.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
So either of the database is required.
सर दैट इज माय क्वेरी. मतलब कैसे डाटा एक्सट्रैक्ट करेंगे देन मर्ज करेंगे.
हाँ बस तो अब समझ में आ गया ना कि टू डिफरेंट सोर्सेस से आप पहले इंपोर्ट करो. ठीक है, इंपोर्ट दोनों सोर्सेस से यू कैन डू फ्रॉम द वेब ऑफ साइंस एज वेल एज फ्रॉम द स्कॉपस व्हाटएवर यू हैव डाउनलोडेड, एंड देन आफ्टर इन इंपोर्ट ओनली यू हैव लास्ट ऑप्शन ऑफ द एक्सपोर्ट. So you can export it, and then after in merge collections you can merge two different files. Clear?
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
Fine.
TXT
Okay.
it will
Now-
be silent.
Yeah, sir, Anupama ji
so-
has requested if it is possible to demonstrate, since you have the file that you had shared, the text file that was a ready-made file. So she's requesting if it is possible to
Acha,
show
so,
some practical
that
work
I
on
said
it.
that I'll be doing. Okay, that I said I'll be doing in the end of the lecture today.
Okay, okay, sir. Yes, sir. Can we see
हाँ.
Ishita ji's screen because she said that she's not
Yeah,
able
sure,
to
sure.
get this most local
Acha.
sites. Yeah, Ishita ji, if
Okay,
you are there,
okay.
can you
Most
share
local
your
cited
screen
sources,
for a
right?
moment?
She is
Yes,
not
ma'am.
getting.
Ma'am,
Yes.
shall I present?
Sir, if you can stop presenting for just one moment.
Okay, okay.
Yes, Ishita ji, can we see your screen?
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is.
हाँ, visible now.
Yeah, so sources में actually I yesterday I downloaded data of continuous professional development of teachers. As I told sir. So sources में I only have most relevant sources and Bradford's law. Is it visible?
Okay.
Yeah, it is visible.
It is visible. Most relevant sources: Bradford law, sources local impact. Most relevant, most local. Acha, most local cited sources you are not getting, right?
Yeah.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
You are running this R through R Studio or R 4.5.
No sir. R only, R.
R studio only you are doing this?
No, R 4.5.
Acha, from R you are doing this. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir, ye
You
raha.
can do it because today, okay, I got it. You can do one thing, you can run R Studio. As far as there is not as such difference, but many a time what happened that in R Studio, that is the IDE option, right? So in R Studio, they have increased 1 or 2 features. So today I have started R Studio.
Okay, sir.
Right. So you can do, there is nothing, matlab you have already understand that how to launch it in your computer. So
Yes,
from
sir.
download from that link, I have already shared that link. From that you can download the R Studio, you can run it, and from there
Sir,
you
I
can
have that R Studio, but I'll be keeping my hands on it.
Okay, no issue, no
Okay, sir.
issue.
Okay,
From
thank
the R Studio, in case if you'll do, you'll be able to do it.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Sir, Sukanya ji is asking from where we can download the report that is being added.
In
Today
case if
also,
you will
sir,
allow me to continue my lecture, I'll be able to show you that also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's continue.
Yeah. So in the sources, we have sources local impact, sources production over a period of time, right? We were discussing about the sources production over a period of time. As you can see in Journal of Religion and Health, right? How they have increased the number of papers in this particular domain over a period of time. See, till 2013, they were constantly accepting only one paper. From 2014 onwards, they have started accepting 2 papers, and there is a sudden rise from 2014 on 15 onwards. As you can see, there are 7 papers every year they publish in this particular domain. And currently in 2023, they have started publishing 10 papers of this particular domain. So in case if you wish to write in this domain, then Journal of Religion and Health is one of the most ideal journal, because every year as they see that the number of aspiring authors are rising in this domain, they have increased their capping limit also, right? So sources production over a period of time. So it is one of the most productive journal, as they have increased their number of production from 1 to 10 over a period of time. This way you can, whatever I am discussing, this way you can write it in the description whenever you are writing a research paper in this topic. Now coming to authors, right? In authors, you can do 3 different types of analysis. That is categorically on authors, authors affiliations, and the countries to which authors belong to. There are 3 different types of analysis you can do on the authors. The first one is the most relevant authors. As and when we have identified some area in research, the first question that blow up our mind is, who is contributing as maximum as possible in this domain? Who is the most contributing author, right? Say for example, if you are reading on financial literacy and financial inclusion, you cannot complete your research paper without quoting or citing Professor Anna Maria Lusardi's research paper, because she has contributed. She belongs to Spain, and she has contributed the maximum in the globe, in the world, in financial inclusion and financial literacy, right? So in case if you are doing any sort of research in any domain, right, so you should be knowing the qualitative author's name. So over here, the most contributing author, right? Over here, you can see here, this 10 authors, each one of them have contributed at least 1 paper in this domain. Again, choice is yours. Either you can do it plot-wise, or you can do it table-wise, right? Choice is yours, how you wish to report it in your research paper. You just click on the plus button, it will be added to the report. The report option is at last. So in case if you have a question to your mind, how can I download the report, then you have to keep a patience. At last it will come, from where we will download all the reports that we have already added, right? The most local cited authors, right? Again, when I say local, it is within the database. So the most local cited author that is within the database, right? That is Crowther MR, okay, who has received the maximum citation, right? Is one of the celebrated and local cited author. So again, local citation that Professor Crowther Mr. has added 5, King, followed by King and other authors. So here again you have a choice, plot wise or table wise. However you wish to do, you can do that. I am adding it to the report. The next one is the author's production over a period of time. So how the author has produced, see, the more dark the color is, the more citation or the more number of paper that the author has contributed to this particular article. Say for example, this one is relatively lighter color. So he has contributed only one paper and he has received less citation. Over here you can see the more dark color. So over here he has contributed one article, but for that one article, every year he has received 3 citations. Over here you can see the color is lesser darker. Matlab over here it's a dark blue, but over here it's a light blue. So one article, but the total citation that author has received only 2. Over here the total citation that author has received every year 3. So on the basis of its a color scheme, right? More darker the color is, the more citation the author has received for the contribution that he has made in the field. Now the next one is the Locta's law. Now what is the Locta's law? In case if we have the scholars from the economics domain, they must be knowing the curve rectangular hyperbola, right? Do we have the scholars from the economics domain? Can any one of you throw a light that what is rectangular hyperbola?
Yes, anybody? If you are from economics, please raise your hand.
सर इक्विलिब्रियम 1 ही रहता है, जितना डिमांड इंक्रीज करेगा उतना सब प्राइस इंक्रीज करेगा उतना डिमांड डिक्रीज होगा, या जितना डिमांड इंक्रीज होगा उतना प्राइस डिक्रीज होगा.
That is rectangular hyperbola?
नो सर, ये सी टाइप होता है.
वेरी गुड, सी टाइप होता है. कौन सा कॉस्ट कर्व रेक्टेंगुलर हाइपरबोला होता है? Which cost curve is rectangular hyperbola? Yes, Sukanya.
सर मार्जिनल कॉस्ट,
Average fixed cost curve. Average fixed cost curve.
Average fixed cost is a rectangular hyperbola. Okay. So over here in the Locta's law, in case if you get rectangular hyperbola, that is in case if you get the curve having the rectangular hyperbola, it means over a period of time. Okay. But over here the number of papers are very less. Number of papers are only 50. So we cannot able to construct that particular, what you can say, that curve. But in case if you have the papers like 200, 400, one of my research paper has 1288 papers, right? I easily see the curve rectangular. Over here, the curve we cannot see because the number of papers are very less and the papers are in the scattered format. So Locta's law क्या कहता है? Locta's law ये कहता है कि over a period of time authors का productivity कितना है? Rectangular hyperbola मतलब अगर authors का productivity अच्छा होगा तो यहाँ पे आपको rectangular hyperbola shape का curve देखने को मिलेगा. Right? I'll show you with another database. ये हम खत्म कर ले, but another database में मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा कि जहाँ पे easily you can see the rectangular hyperbola curve is constructed based on the author's productivity. Author's local impact. Again, the local impact is measured here with the help of the citation that the author has received within the database. right? So on the basis of that, in case if the author has received the more citation within the database, then the local impact of the author is very strong. But in case if the author has received relatively less number of citation for the article that he has received, then relatively we can say that the author's local impact is comparatively less as compared to the other authors. Over here, the top 10 authors, each one of them have the equal H index, that is 1, right? So you cannot compare the local impact. Next one is the most relevant affiliation, that which particular institute author, which particular institution's author is contributing maximum to this domain. So over here you can see the Mayo Clinic Phonics Institute, University of California, Los Angeles, University of California system. Their authors have contributed to this domain. उनके 4 author हैं जिन्होंने इस particular domain में contribute किया है. The most relevant affiliations, right? So in this particular institutes, they are doing more research on spirituality and religiosity. Over here, you could not see any institute from India. So we have relatively lesser awareness in the domain of spirituality and religiosity in the management literature. Still, we can conclude that still we believe that management is coming from the Western origin, right? Management is coming from Fayol, management is coming from Taylor, management is coming from Herzberg, management is coming from Peter Drucker, right? Because we have not propounded our own theory of management from our own ancient scriptures, and relatively we could not see any concrete paper published in the relevant journals, right? And that's the reason why our contribution, our Indian institutions contribution is very less in this particular domain. So this is the most relevant affiliations production over a period of time. Which particular institute has produced the maximum papers in this particular domain? So over here you can see again the same, the Mayo Clinic, right? Then after Mayo Clinic, Phonics, then after Nantes University, then University of California, Los Angeles, then University of California System, and University of Innsbruck. Okay, they have done the maximum publication in this particular domain. Corresponding authors countries, when you collaborate with more than one author, right? When you collaborate with one author, 2 authors, 3 authors, just hold on now. The battery is less. I have to put the charger. Okay, yeah. So corresponding authors country, when you collaborate with the authors and when you do publication at that time, one of them is the corresponding author and the rest are the contributing authors. So you can see that when you are doing the cross-country collaboration, then in that case, which particular country has the maximum representation, right? So that kind of analysis you can see with the help of this corresponding authors countries. I have just played on the play button and the analysis are running. As and when your analysis is running on the screen, be patient, okay? Just let the computer do its job. Okay, fine. So over here, you can see the table, right? Again, you have a choice that either if you wish to report it in form of table or in form of plot. Now see, what you can see here, that is what the orange color represents and what the blue color represents, right? So in case if the multiple author, right, multiple country or single country paper, multiple country papers and single country papers, means corresponding author is all are there from Thus, USA has the 5 papers having the multiple countries, and they have 16 papers having the same country. Okay. So within the country, their authors prefer more to get collaborate. Over here in Australia, you can see 2 papers having the multiple country, and only 1 paper is the same country. So over here in Australia, you can see the trend vice versa. In US, US authors more prefer to collaborate with the authors belonging to their own country, right? In Spain and UK, both the papers you can see the same country, right? Single country papers. So over here, likewise in China, Ghana, Ireland, Korea, Malaysia, and Oman, where in case of Algeria, Australia, and Canada, you can see here, likewise in Pakistan, you can see here they prefer to do the collaboration having the multiple countries, right? So over here, on the basis of that, you can see the scenario that in which country the authors prefer to collaborate with the authors belonging to the same country, or they prefer to collaborate with the authors having the other country. One more reason why people prefer to collaborate with the underdeveloped country, because if we talk about the prominent journals like Emerald or like Sage, right, they give a hefty amount of fees to do the open access publication. They give hefty amount of even these discounts to the authors belonging to the, what we can say, that belonging to the underdeveloped nation, right? So that's why people prefer to collaborate with the countries belonging to that particular nation. So in case if I collaborate with the authors of Ghana, or if I collaborate with the authors of Somalia, then I can get the open access publication with the fees waiving scheme, right? So that's one of the reasons why people prefer to collaborate with the authors from this particular underdeveloped nations, right? Why? There are 2 options. One, the place in this developed countries, the authors of the other nation may also get collaborate with this underdeveloped country, with the authors of the underdeveloped country. Over there also the research should take place, so they may able to voice their social issues. So this is the sole purpose why this all the prestigious publication houses are giving the huge amount of fees waiving to this underdeveloped nations, like the publication house that I just named, that is the Taylor and Francis, Sage, Emerald. Okay, you just refer to their fees waiving option for the open access. They have a special scheme for this underdeveloped nations. Now the next one is countries of scientific production. Now, yeah, see, this is the country's scientific production. Over here also you have to do the analysis on the basis of the color's darkness. More dark the color, over here you can see the color is very dark. So it is US which is having the maximum contribution. Again US, right, which is having the maximum contribution, right? Over here you can see the US is having the maximum contribution to this particular domain. After this dark or the navy blue color, you can see here the Australia, the second country after US, which is having the maximum contribution to this particular domain, right? Then China having 7 papers. Then Kazakhstan having only 1 paper. Then after you can see here the country which is having no paper, you can see them with the gray color, right? Over here you can see it in form of table also. Country's scientific production, which country has given the maximum contribution to this domain? That is the US, Australia, China, then UK, France, Austria, Germany, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and Israel. So over here, in case if we have any teacher from management background or who is interested to contribute to this domain, that is the spirituality and religiosity in the management literature, here you have the maximum opportunity. As you can see the frequency, this data is downloaded from the time span till 2023. So till 2023, you can see here where the India is. right? How many papers that India has published this particular domain, that is the spirituality and religiosity in the management domain, right? So over here you can see the no papers are published, right? So here we have the option to do the publication in this area. So this is country's scientific production. Country's production over a period of time, right? Yeah. Over here you can see the USA has constantly increased their production over a period of time. And that's the reason why they have the increasing trend. Rest of all the country is almost constant, or in other words, you can say they are stagnant with the growth. But USA is having the maximum contribution to this domain. So that is the country's production over a period of time. Our database is having the time span from 2011 to 2023, right? Most cited country without running the analysis. Any guess?
USA.
USA.
Sir, USA.
But obviously it is USA, right? It is USA because they have the maximum number of papers written in this domain. That stood on the first position, having 580 citation, right? And then after you can see after that there is UK having only 107 citations. So there is a huge gap. In order to see, when we talk about the research, it is called the soft power. It gives you soft power. When you talk about the number of citation that you receive for the research paper, in case if you belong to India, and in case if you have good number of citation, then over a period of time you will consistently increasing your research activity and appearance in the global community, right? Then it gives the soft power to your country. The way how Olympic gives soft power, more the number of gold medal, it doesn't put you on the first position in overall situation, but definitely it gives you soft power. So over here also you can see the USA is ruling. Reason being, I think somebody has kept their mic on. Can you please unmute? Sorry, can you please mute?
Yes, sir. I'll just check.
Okay. So when we talk about USA, right, they stand on the first position with 580 citations, right? Over a period of time, maybe because of the reason they are receiving more grants, they are receiving more perquisites, they are receiving more, what we can say that the financial assistance and their research papers to get published in the open access also they get huge grant, right? If I talk about to publish your research paper in an open access format with a prominent journal, that will cost you approximately 5 lakh rupees to 10 lakh rupees. And we know that, right? Even in the IITs and IIMs, teachers don't get this much amount of huge grant, right, in order to publish their papers in the open access. Even they prefer to collaborate. Even they prefer to collaborate with the underdeveloped nations. The reason being the fees waiving option that is available to them. So over here, the most cited countries, right? The most cited country is the US. And after that, the other countries follow. So let's keep our today's discussion be limited to authors, right? Documents, clustering, and others form we will discuss in our tomorrow's lecture. We have only 8 minutes to go. So before I wind up, let me take the quick questions from you.
So may I please?
Please.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. So my name is Mohini. Sir, I just wanted a quick clarification on the graphs. We have seen how well these graphs have been so far. They're very interactive as far as they're on the interface of this Biblioshiny. So I believe once we take them down to our Word file wherein we're scripting a research paper, I don't think so they would be this interactive there as well, right?
In case if you will download it through the report, somebody has raised the question that how can we download the report? 1 second, I just to stop sharing. Sorry, 1 minute. Mohini, please allow me to share my screen. I'll show you that in case if you download it through the report, and if you will copy it from the report and will paste it in your Word file, then it will be as interactive as it looks on the screen. From the report.
Really?
See. Yes.
Because,
In case if you will download it to the report.
yes.
See, this all the things I have downloaded I have added to the report: missing table, 3-field float, most relevant sources, most local cited sources. Now what I'll have to do, I just have to export the report. Once I will export the report will be downloaded in the Excel format in my computer. And whenever I am writing a paper, what I'll have to do, I simply have to copy this graph and will have to paste it in my Word file. Yes, Mohini. But in case if you will do say screen क्या कहते हैं, print screen option or screenshot option, right? Then in that case it will not be as interactive as it is getting showed on this screen. So better you download it from the report only.
Yes, sir, I'll try it. If that is so, then I believe it's a very interesting thing in Biblioshiny. I'll definitely try that.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yes, Sukanya ji, you can ask your question. Okay. Yes, Drishti ji.
Yeah, sir, I would just like to know in this analysis part, sir, what is in authors section, this Lotka's law and author's local impact?
Okay. See, when I talk about author's local impact, so author's local impact, ma'am, within the database, what number of citations that author has received within the database, that is author's local impact. But when I say the author's global impact, then what total citation that author has received for his research paper beyond the database and the global level, right?
That is Lotka's law.
Nah, that is author's local impact.
Okay.
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 Now coming to the Locta's law. When I say Locta's law, that is in case if you have good number of papers, right? Then in case the good number of papers will give you the shape rectangular hyperbola, right? So in case if you get the rectangular hyperbola shape, then it shows the scientific productivity, the number of authors, right? The number of authors publishing a certain quantity of work is inversely proportional to the square of that work. So आपको पूरा का पूरा C shape दिखेगा. और उसपे ना मैडम पेपर अच्छा हाँ Locta's law में यहाँ पे क्या है कि only 50 papers are there. तो काफी बार हम नहीं वो correlation का diagram बनाते तो scattered diagram बनता है. यहाँ पे है ना, I'll show you one more database I have कि उसमें है ना exactly rectangular hyperbola बना है.
Okay. And sir, how it is different, this author's local impact in comparison to most local cited authors?
अच्छा, author's local impact and the most local cited author. See, when I talk about the most local cited author, then it is total number of citation, yes. But when I see the total author's local impact, it is measured on the basis of the H index.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Please, ma'am, please.
Yeah, thanks, Drishti ji, for the question. Yes, Sejal ji, you can ask your question. I think you had a question about H index. Go ahead.
Can you explain the types of indexes that were there on the screen?
H index is there, G index is there, I index is there. Drishti, sorry, Sejal ji, I'll explain this indexes in our later lecture because in other context also it will come. So please hold your question. But it is the measurement through which we can measure the author's impact.
Yeah.
So it is calculated on the basis of the number of citations that author has received.
Right. Yeah, sir, we can take Ishita ji's question. She's asking that she tried downloading papers about continuous professional development of teachers. And since the maximum number of papers are from the US, does it mean that we can count on that country to have really best practices regarding the continuous professional development? Can we make that inference?
Yes, we can definitely make this inference, right? In any, you just select any domain, right? The result is common in my research also. That in spirituality and religiosity in the management literature, even you can see the US is ruling. So there is no, surprise. In case if you get Pakistan on the first position, in that case you can get surprise ki nahi, there is some miracle. And you take my words, they are also doing very good in some of the areas of research.
Okay, I hope Ishita ji that answers your question.
You can definitely make that inference, Ishita. What data supports you, when data shows you, that only you will have to infer. Yes, Sukanya.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Sukanya ji, you have raised your hand. So, do you have any question? Okay, sir. Yeah, there is another. Yes, Nilesh Patil ji. Please ask your question.
Hello, sir. Sir,
Hello.
the Rabbit app also generates the same kind of Excel sheet for papers. So can we load?
Actually, Nilesh ji, this Research Rabbit, then after Publish and Perish, then after Dimensions, these all are the AI tools. As far as Research Rabbit, Publish and Perish is concerned, you can download their research papers, but I don't know whether the AI tools are generating the accurate data or not. The authenticity of the data needs to be verified. One of the most reliable data is Web of Science and Scopus.
Yes, sir. But like I'm searching for market microstructure papers, so there were only 6 papers Web of Science were showing, whereas in Research Rabbit there are a lot number of papers were there.
Acha. So many of the papers are published on Scopus, and probably those journals are not listed on Web of Science. They are listed only and only on Scopus. So you should not, ignore the Scopus as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, Vishwa Desai ji, you have raised your hand.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Sir,
Yes.
I am from a science faculty. I am writing a paper through Bibliometrics. Now, field I am doing on a research, the papers that are showing in Web of Science are like in thousands, like 5,000 or 6,000. So it is okay to carry out through 5,000, or I have to filter it out?
In the first instant, whenever you are typing your keyword, in the first go only you are getting 5,000, because you can filter it out with the subject categories. You can filter it out with the gray literature, right? You have various filters. So put those filters, and then after you come, you can pull down those numbers from 5,000 to at least bring it down to 800 to 1,000. Because in case if we type some keyword and whatever the database we get, and if we run our analysis on that database, then I don't think so, okay, it gives us any meaning, right? So properly apply the inclusion exclusion criteria following the Prisma structure, and then after you can pull down this number from 5,000 to at least 1,000, then you'll be able to do more concrete analysis.
One last question. I was going through some literature. There is one more software, that is WAS Viewer for Bibliometrics. So can I use both while writing a paper, or that I have to focus on one only?
No, you can use both. I mean, WAS Viewer in case if you have access to WAS Viewer, because in my knowledge, WAS Viewer provides limited access if you don't have subscription to that software. Right, you cannot do the analysis except the bibliographic coupling analysis and authors coupling analysis in WAS Viewer in the limited version.
Only authors analysis is showing.
Yes. So in case if you have a full access, it is good to go, but WAS Viewer is not providing full access in the limited use.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sir, I have used the was saver software, but I have observed that there are very limited analysis we can do. Co-authorship
As
analysis.
the same thing as I said, right? In case
Yeah.
if you don't have subscription to that software, it is not available in the open access. So you will not be able to do the 100% analysis with the help of that software. Yes, Ravi, you are in the campus, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm in campus.
So please, I request Ravi, he is my colleague at Faculty of Commerce, and since he is in a campus, we will be able to see that how we can download the database from the Web of Science. So Ravi, please show it to all the colleagues.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Nidhi ma'am, please permits me to share my screen.
Nidhi ma'am,
Yes,
please,
yes.
I request you to please allow him to share the screen. He will show us.
Sure, sure. So anyways, there were questions in the chat box to request
By
to
the
show
time
how.
Ravi is sharing the screen, we will take the questions. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I think the question was the same: how to import data from Web of Science or Scopus. So I think.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So one quick question, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, please, please.
Yeah, the question is, I'm right now logged into my Symbiosis library, in which there is a publication type, and there is an availability of articles and journals, both the things. So for the research paper like Q1, Q2, should I go for the articles only, or journal also I should be ticking mark?
Articles and journals.
Yeah, this kind of two things are being given. I think article is the right thing, but why it is given journal
Articles.
also?
Article means article is the ultimate unit of measurement through which we can do the bibliometric analysis.
Okay, can I show you, sir? Can I show you by sharing the screen?
Please, please, please. Let
Yes,
Ravi
ma'am.
share the screen, and then after we can show it through Scopus also, how we can download the database.
Yeah. Let Raviji share his screen. Raviji, I think now you can share your screen.
Okay. Now I have selected the options, say entire screen, then I click
Yeah,
on
just
share.
click on share. Yeah.
I don't know, it is not working. Why it happened?
Go to present now. Okay. Go to present now. Click on the
Again,
entire screen
present
and then
now.
yeah. Then you will see three options: Chrome tab, window, and entire screen. So click on entire screen and then you have to click on the window as well. And then it will get activated
now
and
it is
then
visible.
the share button will come. Yeah, yeah. Correct, correct. Now we can see. Now you can demonstrate what you want to.
So first of all, okay. So thank you, Dr. Hardik sir, to giving this opportunity to me. First of all, we have an institutional login. So in Google, once we type the Hansa Meta library, Nidhi ma'am, my screen is visible now?
Yes.
Yes, Ravi sir, it is
Yes, sir.
visible.
Yes.
It is visible.
Okay. So once we click on Hansa Meta library in Google, so we will get this interface. So here we will get one option, e-journals. So once we click on e-journals, where you will get multiple options, home, about, members. So here one option available, e-resources. So here I'll select databases. So in databases, there are various kind of databases which are available. So as of now, we are talking about the Web of Science. So in Web of Science, I'll click here, Web of Science. I think this screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
Ravi,
this
just
is
hold
the
on and please hold on the screen, right? See, dear colleagues, in case if you have access to the Web of Science database, then you will be able to see both the options on your screen. That is documents and researchers, right? In case if you don't have access to the Web of Science database, the document option will be blocked. Means you will be able to see it, but you will not be able to click it. Right. So over here we have the access to the database. So that's why we have we are able to see the documents as well as we are able to click on it. Yes, Ravi, go ahead.
Okay. So here the options were available, all fields. So here I have selected the all field. Then topic wise also we can select, title wise, author wise also we can select. So currently I have selected the option all field. Here I'll mention the title. So here we need to use the Boolean operator. Boolean operator in the sense that we need to insert the keyword. Then there are some options like or, and, not, those are the Boolean operator. Those things I will use. So this is my topic. So I'll straightforwardly I will use my topic. Monetary policy and stock market. So I have inserted this topic. Okay. Now here I will select. I will click on search. Once I'll click on search options, so it will take some time. Okay. Now 855 papers which were available. Now in left side, if you observe, there are some options which were available: review article, early access, open access, and these cited references. These things I will keep as it is. Now in below that there is one option called publication years. So here I can select the years. For example, I want data from 2015 to 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. And 24 and 25. So here I will click on refine. So now my data reduced 855 to 635. Again, now here one more option on left side, document types. In document types, we will get the conference proceeding paper, review article, editorial material, early access. But here for simplicity, I'll select the option called articles. Once I refine, again it will reduce. Now if you observe 626 papers which were available from the same topic. We can do more for language also. Suppose if I select the option called language, English, so I'll refine it. So all paper which were available in the English. Again,
1 second, Ravi, please.
Yes,
just let me intervene. See, whenever you are putting any refine, and whenever your number gets reduced, you just note it down somewhere in the rough paper, because as and when you will write a paper, at that time you will have to include it in the Prisma framework. That once after clicking, what were your inclusion and exclusion criteria, and once after putting the inclusion and exclusion criteria, how the numbers were reduced. Because for in first instant, if you see, Ravi had more number of papers, and as and when he is putting some filters, the number of papers get reduced. So these are the papers excluded, so numbers getting reduced, right? So what number of papers got reduced, that you have to note down somewhere.
Sir, one
then
question
again,
here.
Sir,
please. Because it is related to this, sir, this step by step we have to go for this exclusion criteria, or we can do all at the same time?
All at the same time also you can do, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Ravi, you show them this Web of Science categories also.
categories also.
Web of
Okay.
Science category, so they'll get an idea that we see Ravi has typed the topic monetary policy. So this particular topic, Web of Science category, it typically belongs to the social science category, right? So we will include only the papers, see all. Ravi, click on see all.
Yes,
So
sir.
there are the various categories that we have in the Web of Science. But say, for example, we wish to keep our research be limited to economics and business finance. Ravi, take economics and business finance. And business.
Okay.
And refine. Okay. So now the papers, koi baat nahi. So now the papers are reduced from 626 to 541. Means we wish to include only those papers that is related to our domain. In case if the papers of monetary and this, what is the topic?
Monetary policy, stock market.
Monetary policy and stock market, in case if the papers are published in the Science Citation Index, then it is of no use for us. In case if you forgot something, right, then over here in the refined by, Ravi, just thoda cursor upar karo, scroll up karo. Upar.
Okay.
हाँ, यहाँ पे रिफाइंड बाय आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो। तो रिफाइंड बाय में एवरीथिंग इज मेंशन। रवि हैज लिमिटेड हिज रिसर्च टू पब्लिकेशन ईयर्स from 2015-16 to 2024-25. He selected documents type only articles. He selected language only English, and in the Web of Science he selected only 2 categories, right? So over here you can see what filters did we use. So in case if you forgot anything, then you can cross verify it from here. Yes, Ravi, go ahead.
Okay. Then there are some other options which are available. Language that we have explored. Then country wise also we can explore. USA, people, China, England. Country wise also we can select the papers. After that, research area, business economics. See, in research area also there are various options which were available. Business economics, mathematical methods in social science. So for example, I'm selecting the business economics. So again, my paper will fall down. Now, if I put the refine, now paper which were earlier 566, now it's 541. Then other options. So as number of filter you can apply. Now the main point is download. How to download these options? So, sir, my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is
Yes, sir.
visible.
Okay. Now I'll click here. Okay. Once I'll click on left-hand side 541, which is given in this home page. Once I will click here, so I will get the option called export. Now in export, as sir he said in earlier class also, when we use the R program, we need to download the file format should be in plain text file. So plain text file also we can select the plain text file. And other option also. So yesterday I have tried BibTeX file. If we insert the data through BibTeX file, then also we get the results. For simplicity, I'll try this plain text file.
One second, Ravi. One more advice to all. Better you download it in 2 formats. One is a plain text file and another one is the RIS format file. The reason being, as in when you are writing a paper, and in case if you have a habit to do the citation with Mendeley, Zotero, or with any other application, then in case if you have already downloaded it in the RIS, reference software format, then it will help you to cite the paper meanwhile writing the paper, right? So now you can download it first, plain text file for running the analysis in software R, and in RIS format for the purpose of doing the citation while writing the paper for the software like Mendeley and Zotero. If you don't know how to use the software, I request Nidhi ma'am to organize another workshop for it.
Sure, sir. That's on our mind next.
Yes, sir, please.
Okay. So
yes, plain text.
Then once I click on plain text file here.
Now go slow. Okay. Now in the plain text, as you can see, how many papers are there with Ravi? Ravi has 541 papers. So over here, you will have to tick in records from 1 to 541. In case if you will keep selected the first option, only 50 papers will get downloaded. And again, you will start baffling that I had 541 papers. Then how come it possible only 50 papers I could able to download? So, right? So over here, select records from, और जितने हैं 541 वो पूरे के पूरे आ जाएंगे. वेब ऑफ साइंस का एक लिमिटेशन है, इन अ टाइम इट विल डाउनलोड ओनली 1000 पेपर्स. 1000 पेपर तक डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. वो साइंस वाले हमारे एक देसाई, यशवी देसाई करके हमारे कलीग थे, उनका 5000 पेपर था. तो उनको क्या करना पड़ेगा, ये 1000 पेपर 5 बार उनको डाउनलोड करने पड़ेंगे. एंड रिकॉर्ड कंटेंट का ड्रॉप डाउन मेनू दिखाओ रवि. यहाँ पे सिलेक्ट करो फुल records and cited references. Full record and cited references, Ravi. Okay. उसका रीजन क्या है, मैंने आपको पता हो तो कल मैंने आपको एक चार्ट दिखाया था जिसमें अगेन सब में ग्रीन था, सबसे पहला जो मेन इंफॉर्मेशन वाला. तो यहाँ पे फुल रिकॉर्ड डाउनलोड करोगे तो पूरा का पूरा सारा का सारा डेटा आपका आ जाएगा. ऑथर, देयर अफिलिएशन, देयर कोरस्पॉन्डिंग कंट्रीज, देयर कोरस्पॉन्डिंग ऑथर्स, कंट्री, ये सब आ जाएगा, राइट? अब इसको एक्सपोर्ट करो.
Okay. Now,
ठीक है?
yeah. The
यहाँ
number
पे
of selected record
500
exists
से
limited
ज्यादा आप
to-
डाउनलोड नहीं कर पाओगे. तो और अब रवि को क्या करना पड़ेगा? रिकॉर्ड्स फ्रॉम 500 to 1 to 500 करना पड़ेगा, राइट? एक्सपोर्ट. अब दूसरी बार जब वो करेंगे तो उनको क्या करना है? 501 to 541, और उसके बाद दोनों डेटा को कर देना है मर्ज. मर्ज कैसे करना है? आई टोट यू टुडे.
Sir, I got this file. I think
Okay,
I have
fine.
downloaded the file.
Okay.
सर स्टार्टिंग में ऑल फील्ड्स लिया था ना सर ने?
सॉरी,
स्टार्टिंग में जब शुरू किया तब ऑल फील्ड्स लिया था ना?
all fields,
ऑल
All
फील्ड्स,
fields.
राइट?
Yes.
ओके.
all.
So I have downloaded this file. Now further process is, yesterday sir mentioned, such a we can do further exercise also. For example, we can insert those things in our package also in Biblioshiny. We can insert this file and we can do this further analysis also. Such a way we can do the process. So should I go
Thank you.
further?
Nah, bus, thank you Ravi. Hopefully now it is everyone is clear that how to download the file from the Web of Science, right?
And this
अब
file
देखिए
will
मैंने
be-
आपको पहले
Sir,
provide किया था
very clear, sir. Thank you so much,
टेक्स्ट
sir.
फॉर्मेट में. प्लीज मैम, ऑलवेज वेलकम. ये टेक्स्ट फॉर्मेट में मैंने जो आपको फाइल प्रोवाइड किया था, ये फाइल आपका डाउनलोड हो गया.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Please,
Thank
please,
you,
Ravi.
Ravi,
Thank you
sir.
so much. Thanks to you.
Yes, it was a very useful demonstration.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a nice session and very
Please,
informative.
please, ma'am. Please.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes,
Always
Sanat
welcome.
ji, now we'll take the remaining questions in tomorrow's session.
चलिए. Thank you so much for being connected. Please allow me to leave if I can do.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, Scopus once try
Thank you so much, sir.
tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Sorry?
Ma'am, Scopus data, how to?
I think one of our colleagues, I forget his name, sir, from Simba.
Yes, from Simba.
I do have an access. Tomorrow, if it is required, I'll show. No
Yes,
problem,
it
right?
will be great. if
Okay,
you
sir.
can.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have my Symbiosis library access. We can do that.
Great,
Okay,
great. We'll
thank
do
you,
that
thank you.
tomorrow after sir finishes his session.
Thank
Perfect,
you,
perfect.
Nidhi ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Just stopping the recording. Just a moment. Yeah, Dharaji will take your query. Just a moment.